Hello everyone and welcome to this broadcast. This is my first commentary ever, so I'm going with my most comfortable race that I personally play, Protoss. Here we have player 1, the blue Protoss, insane AI computer, that is the same as player 2 here, the red Protoss player. So I expect to see some similar openings. As you can see in the production over here, they are very similar openings. So here, let's get this started. A chrono boost on those probes. I expect the same, from the red player. Gateway just now going down for both players, approximately the same time. This is very predictable play from both players, considering they are the same AI system. However, I do believe in the late game it will be different. There goes the assimilator for the red Protoss. Blue Protoss seems to be going with a second gateway and a pylon. There's the second gateway for the red Protoss. Is the assimilator just now finishing? Let's see if he saturates that right away. And yes, he does. Goes for the 3 probes on the assimilator. Again, working in another pylon here. Here for the blue Protoss, we see 3 gateways, chrono boost for the probes. Already, if we look at the units tab, 15 probes to 15 probes. Very equal gameplay from both players. Cybernetics core just now being planted for the red Protoss. Again here, this is where it's starting to get pretty different. As you can see, only 2 gateways up for red, and we have a solid 3 gateways for blue. Very interesting. The gas is just now seems to be finishing. 3rd gateway just finished, pumping out zealots. A good amount of zealots as well. Walking over to the expansion, not sure what's happening here. Will they scout each other out right now? Seems that he's trying to apply some early pressure with those zealots, getting more and more training here on the way. No chrono boost. There it is. There's the chrono boost on the gateway. Looks like he is now focusing more on his units than his probes. Another pylon going down here. I need to focus on red. Red is also chrono boosting, except right here on his cybernetics core. 3rd gateway just now in production for the red Protoss. It would seem, if we look at the units tab, that blue has 6 zealots compared to red's puny 3. Now 7 zealots. 1 behind in the worker count, however, very, very strong army. Now the count is even. 9 zealots to just 5 units, 3 zealots and 2 sentries. Currently moving out on the field. Not sure how well these sentries will accompany the zealots against 3 times their size and army. We'll see how this goes. Player 2 is now going to know where the other player's base is, backing away at the last second. Very interesting play. He did not get any vision of the opponent's base. Now getting 2 more zealots out there. It is 12 to 5. As for the zealot count for both players, 3 gateways currently pumping out a mixture of sentries and zealots. Very healthy mixture. Probably another chrono boost soon to come for the cybernetics core. The research is just now completing. It seems that the research is far more behind for this Protoss. Chrono boosting those probes now instead. Pretty decent amount of probes. I would say that is near saturated there. Both assimilators saturated, it seems, for both players. The gas is going up. Not seeing many gasless units produced for this blue Protoss player. Not sure what he's going to go for here. 62 supply to 58. We can see that the blue player has a superior army. Now getting those sentries, the gas is now being spent for the blue Protoss player. Here at Red's base, we do see 1 warp gate coming out, a missed chrono boost just for a few seconds. I do see that sometimes out of some professional Protoss playing. Now the other two gates are just now opening. Seems he is going Stalker, still with a little Zealot support. Looking at the units tab, 13 Zealots, 11 Zealots for the other team. Blue does have an Observer, so if Dark Templar play does come to light, we will not see that doing much. 4 gateways now for red. Still 3 for the blue Protoss player. However, 2 robotics facilities pumping out those Immortals. Oh, here's the engagement. It seems that the sentries are using their Guardian shields, and the Zealots are just getting massacred on that ramp. It seems the blue Protoss player is losing. Not sure. Maybe he will pull back and get red, but if we look at the units lost, it is 18-18, neck-and-neck warfare here. The Immortal just getting sniped, the Observer moving out, seeing the other Observer. No Observers are being sniped at this point, however, both are known to the other players. Zealots rushing in, sweeping up what's left, and now it seems red is retreating back into the base. Could have applied more pressure on the other Protoss player. However, he does have Immortals waiting back at the base, and this army does seem to have a few Stalkers in it. And those Stalkers get taken out by the Immortals. Now 2 robotics facilities for both players, it seems. However, the blue Protoss is lacking in a gateway. Chrono boosting, that is effective at speeding up the cooldown. However, is it worth it? Possibly. Not too much chrono boosting in the late game besides tech, and possibly if you wish to get out Colossi faster. However, Immortals being trained here for the red player. Doesn't seem like much Immortals coming out of the blue player. His gas is higher. Going for the expansion as well. Red player's expansion is going to finish first. We are going to see 2 base Protoss play. No, wow, just clicking all those mineral fields. Let's look at the APM. 76 for the red Protoss, 64. Not considerably high, however, those numbers do go up pretty high considering this is AI. But as I was saying before, most Protoss versus Protoss matches, you do see them one-basing. Here the assimilator is being planted on one of the geysers, but his nexus is complete, so he can make that sacrifice. Again, saturating that right away. Perhaps not. Does seem to be saturated. Now, the nexus just finishing for the blue Protoss. He's going to get those probes going, get a few from his main, and seems to be producing more probes to his own mineral line. Perhaps he will rally them over later. I like to rally both Nexi to the mineral line over there. Not sure if people say Nexi. I make up my own words. I am Dr. Seuss. Here comes the engagement. The Guardian shields are going up for both Protoss players. This is a very, very large engagement. We are seeing many units being lost here. The health bars are going down for those Zealots. They are getting killed. The Immortals just sweeping up the other Stalkers. Observers for both players, it seems. Perhaps both are from player. Nope, there are observers for both. Those will not be doing anything, however. I don't know why I'm talking about those. It seems that blue is getting eliminated here. If we go over to the units lost tab, 56 for player 1, 47 for player 2. It does seem the blue Protoss is getting swept up here. Nothing is being done about this invasion. I do see a Zealot being warped in. No production, it seems, from both robotics facilities. A warp prism, interestingly enough, doesn't seem to be doing anything. That observer almost getting sniped. And now moving into the base. Here we see the probes scattering like crazy. This is where the APM seems to go up for some reason. 600s, that is physically impossible, I think. And now the red are just focus firing all of these units, and this seems to be the match. These computers aren't really programmed to GG against each other. They normally do against humans, but I do not believe that they do against each other. So very, very interesting play from both Protoss players.